Hello and welcome to finally the Pot Dog and a Handshake Classic Review Show. Today we are reviewing a Pro Wrestling Noah show. It has been 3 times. Papa Shango cannot get us this time.
Yes, so if you obviously a lot of behind the scenes goes into this. We have tried multiple times to do
different shows.
Different Noah shows. The first time there was a technical issue and we lost the file. The second time was the week that Shane had to miss, so we audibled and did WrestleMania 12. This is the third try at reviewing a Pro Wrestling Noah show. Here we are. We're finally doing it. Explain Pro Wrestling Noah to those who are not as familiar.
All right, so we would be if you go back and we did Wrestling Summit with All Japan and the New Japan WWE. On that show, we saw Tiger Mask versus Bret Hart. Tiger Mask is Mitsuharu Misawa.
Yeah, just like a month after that match, he unmasks.
He throws masks off. It's great moment. In '99, Giant Baba passes away. His wife takes over the company, but Misawa's the booker. They get into arguments all the time. In 2000, Misawa and almost the entire roster of Japanese wrestlers leaves. They quit. The only one that's left is Kawada.
Oh, okay.
And Stan Hansen, the Gaijin, so Dr. Death, they're still there. They sign for a future review. We see Mike Rotunda. He signs with All Japan. They get Goldberg.
Johnny Ace.
Johnny Ace is still there, yeah. Begrudgingly. So I heard a little rumor that the Outrunners were going to be on the show.
Actually, where was it? I had this note somewhere.
I have one. If you can't find yours, I have one.
Oh yeah, okay. This is what it was. Okay, so I did some research and I did tell you about this. So the main event was actually not supposed to be Kawada versus Misawa. Really? Kawada and Misawa were supposed to tag against the Outrunners.
Oh.
The Outrunners were invited to host the ESPYs the night before, so they couldn't make it to the show. So Noah audibled, and they did Kawada versus Misawa as the main event.
Interesting.
Still turned out to be a pretty good main event.
I mean, yeah.
Like that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But if Truth Magnum and Turbo Forbit there, they could have. They could have
been there. They were big stars, just so over in Japan. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, but also it's really hard to find. But this show, not hard to find. It's on YouTube. In the Tokyo Dome, a capacity of 62,000 per cage match and a total runtime of about 4 hours, 12 minutes, 20 seconds.
There's a few breaks, so you probably can skip through. There's probably half an hour of stuff that you can skip through, just so you know. So it's probably closer to 3:45, but yeah.
So let's get us into this with the first match. Get right into it here. Nakajima, Mitsuharu and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi take on Masahashi Ayoga, Suwa, and Takahashi Sugura.
Okay, so Nakajima was the only name I recognized.
Right, and this is actually his Noah debut.
Oh, it's really? That's cool. Aggressively green ring.
Oh, dude, that Noah's always had because it was Misawa's company, and Misawa was the green tights guy. It was the green company. So Misawa got a green ring and got all the green lights, and they were even
surprised there's not more green on the title belts.
I know. Sponsored by Xbox for a little bit.
That's cool. That's a cool sponsorship, yeah.
So I think Nakajima may have always had that it factor. But this match, it was pretty good. I mean, there was an elbow drop that landed directly in the nuts. I liked. They cut to the cast of some movie in the front row, and then Suwa, I think, does this crazy drop kick, and then just grabs a guy in his face and puts him on the ground. Okay. I like that.
Whoever was the guy wearing green did a picture-perfect German suplex.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. It was so good.
And yeah, well, like you were saying, there was great team-up offense and just ultimately exciting moves the whole way around.
And actually, the finishing move was my favorite part. It was a pedigree.
Yeah.
It was a pedigree for the win. I believe it was Suwa getting the win for his team. I give it 3.
3 3/4.
Okay.
I thought it was great pace.
It was a very good match.
Exciting moves and just a hell of a way to open a show.
We'll get to a bad match later on, but it's okay for now. We know. This is our next match, though. Muhammad Yone and Morishima take on Go Shiozaki and Tomohiro Honda. This is a very young Go Shiozaki.
Yep. Takeshi Morishima may be known by some people as a former Ring of Honor World Champion.
And also, if on the WWE Vault, his dark matches are there too.
Yep. And then Go Shiozaki is still a pretty big name in Noah, correct?
Yeah, he's still a big Noah. I feel like I'm not sure if it's true or not. He might actually be facing Shinsuke.
Okay.
But don't.
So I know Morishima. I know of Go Shiozaki. I could point him out if I saw him.
I think we've watched a match of his before.
Yeah, we watched. I think he was on the other Noah show that we tried to review.
Also the Ring of Honor show.
Oh, he's also on the Ring of Honor show. That's correct. Yeah. Muhammad Yone and Tamon Honda are names that I know I have seen before. I could not tell you a single thing about either of these guys.
Well, Yone had the afro, so
okay,
that
does narrow it down.
Honda's the other guy. So the spotting that Morishima's a pretty wicked lariat almost.
Oh yeah.
Then she's like even even better, more insane drop kick. And he German suplexes Morishima, which is crazy. And the last big spot to me was Yone hitting a split leg move on Go Shiozaki. And a muscle bomb for the win.
Yeah. My note on this is just it was really short and it was good, but not really exciting.
Yeah.
I just gave it 2 3/4. It was definitely above average. It just
I
didn't.
went for 3 as well.
It just didn't grab me.
Well, I bet if I rewatched the first match, I'll probably get a bit of a higher rating.
And
then we get, I feel bad for Akira Taue here. So to start, we'll see all 4 pillars of heaven on the show: Taue, Kawada, Kobashi, Misawa.
Yep.
Taue kind of gets the short end of the stick here.
He is, in my mind, the 4th of the 4 pillars,
which is.
For me personally,
he has the worst luck.
I will talk about this. Of the pillars, Kobashi has kind of become my pillar. Like that's just kind of my guy.
That's fair.
Of the 4,
I
really like it. I don't know who your number 1 would be.
I think also Kobashi.
And then for me, I think Kawada is number 2.
I think we share.
And then Misawa 3 and Taue 4.
I think Misawa and Kawada to me are kind of interchangeable.
Okay, 2A, 2B.
Yeah, because their match.
Their
match against each other is really good.
Yeah,
but Taue kind of starting to stick. He has to wrestle with the spit guy. On our first match, there's a guy, Haruka Agen is his name, and his big spot is that whenever he gets chopped in the chest, he hawks a loogie at somebody.
Hawk Tua.
He spits on that thing. And by that thing, I mean the crowd.
Hawk Tua is so dumb, dude.
This full match is like Akira Taue, Haruka Agen, Jun Izumida, and Takuma Sano against the Dark Agents, Akatoshi Saito, Kishin Kawatabata, Masawa Noe, and Shiro Koshinaka. First of all, honky, honky, honky from the commentator.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's to be expected. Well, the honky talk band was in the front row. They just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, and I said, I swear to God, the guy in pink is the spit guy. I mean, that next one is the spit guy kind of sucks. And then not Taue team wins.
Yeah, for me, it was a pretty good match. Again, kind of a short one. And also just, it doesn't feel like it was long enough for everybody to properly get involved. Like, it feels like some people kind of got the short end of the stick. Well, ultimately, I just gave it 2.5. I was just kind of.
You give it a 2 just because of, I was a little disappointed as Taue's match.
Yeah.
And we got some guy in a piano barcode jacket.
My God, I loved this.
I gave it 2.5, but legitimately, I think going back to it, I'd give it more. Yeah. This is Mushi King Terry, who I forget who his real name is, but it's against Mushi King Joker. It is listed as Black Tiger.
Black Mask.
Black Mask. I looked it up. It's Mushi King Joker. It's Ricky Marvin.
Okay. Yep.
But this guy in a piano barcode jacket and matching hair.
Yes. A guy, he's like a Pokemon boss come to real life.
And not to one up him, but Mushi King Joker is the guy too. And he's even as insane.
Yeah, I said, look out, Great Value Ultimo Dragon. There's a giant yellow shit on your shoulders. Did you see that thing? And then it says, it appears evil knockoff Ultimo Dragon has a giant shit on his shoulders as well.
There's some really good action in this match. I think Ricky Morton might actually be underrated here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think
he's also wearing a mesh shirt like he's 1999 Matt Hardy.
I think this match finish kind of got messed up.
Yep.
And this is definitely not Kotaro Suzuki, which is Musha King Terry, and it's Ricky Marvin. It is Musha King Terry, Musha King Joker. Get it right.
Yes.
So I looked it up. This is a tie-in to a arcade game.
Okay.
That we don't know.
Yeah, obviously.
It's just some. It's
I love when there's
King.
a random tie-in to an arcade game or a mobile game that we just don't understand, like the Sengoku whatever with Rey Mysterio was in that match. Who was actually the Sengoku guy? Was it Kanemaru?
I think so.
Yeah.
Just some shit.
I wish this great high flying movesets, both guys.
Easily.
It felt like a comic book.
Ricky Marvin is a Caribbean guy. He's Lucha.
Yeah. I wish it went on like 5-10 minutes longer.
Yeah, the length has really dragged it down.
But what I do love is that without understanding Japanese, without knowing about that arcade game, I understood the storyline. Like I got it without understanding a single bit of context. That's really cool.
You know what?
So
I'm his rating here actually. So what would you?
I gave this 3 3/4.
I'm gonna give it 3.
Yeah,
like I gave it 2.5 at first, but looking back, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, this was really fun because you could tell what was going on. You had a good guy and a bad guy, and that's how it goes.
It was the very basics of wrestling. All you need to know is understand it. Good guy, bad guy. They're wrestling.
Exactly. You could tell who was who. I really liked it.
So our next match is our.
Speaking of Kanemaru.
Yeah, right there. Our next match is for the GHC Global Honor Crown Junior Heavyweight title.
That's what GHC stands for?
Global Honor Crown.
Global Honor Crown.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's like, the IWGP and
the International Wrestling Grand Prix.
PWF.
I don't know what PWF is, but
Pacific Wrestling Federation, I think.
Maybe. Okay.
Yoshinobu Kanemaru against Kenta. Dude, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't have a lot of notes on this one. I really liked it though. What do you have?
Kanemaru hits a one-legged leg drop on the barricade that rules.
Mm-hmm.
A springboard drop kick, a brain buster, reversed into a top rope move, reversed into a power bomb.
That's okay. That top rope DDT thing.
That's Kanemaru's finisher. Yeah,
that was insane.
It rules.
Yeah,
it rules. I think that the best part of this match to me is
how athletic that referee was.
Yes, the referee's insane here.
The referee's an athlete.
She's jumping into those pins, man.
Yeah.
But my favorite part of this match is when Kenta hits a fisherman's brainbuster from the top rope.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I gave this 5.
I gave it 4 1/4.
Okay.
So I still thought it was very good.
I really like this match. The finish was Kanemaru just eating kicks, and a huge knee puts him away, and Kenta wins the title.
Yep.
I have 5. It was a fantastic match. You give it 4.5.
4 1/4, but yeah.
We get into a match I gave 4 3/4 to.
I gave this one 4.5. So
okay. Minoru Suzuki and Nichi Marifuji, who are the heels,
Kaze Ninare
against Jun Akiyama versus Makoto Hashi. I thought it was a little weird they came out separately, both teams.
Yeah.
For a title match.
Mm-hmm.
Also Kaze Ninare was not chanted by the crowd.
Yeah, it wasn't over yet.
It wasn't over. And then the video kind of messes up here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you skip from, I had the exact parts here, 1 hour 39 45 seconds to 1 hour 41 minutes 09 seconds. You're right back into it.
Yeah.
The ref checked one wrestler before the match, and you better believe it was Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah, a little bias, I would say.
Come on, dude. He's the one you have to check.
Yeah. Something that was really, I don't know if I liked it or not about this match, but it was just interesting. Suzuki and Akiyama were doing slow moves very quickly.
Yes.
It's like the only way I could describe it. It's like they were doing moves that looked like they should be slower, but they were doing them very fast.
Yes.
I don't know what you thought about that.
I didn't put it down. I put down, like, there's just some crazy stuff. I thought that, like, the crowd loved Hashi, and he was also wrestling with a bandaged head.
Nice.
Why are you, as a wrestler with a head injury, choosing to wrestle Minoru Suzuki in peak Noah? You are risking more injury.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the crowd loves him. My favorite part of this match is when Suzuki takes Akiyama onto the ramp, puts him in a chokehold, and just hits a huge DDT on him. That rules. Marifuji brush up each other's shoulders after that. I like that too. They have a slap battle. They spend like a whole minute slapping. It's good. Scorpion death drop. Big explorer suplex. And then I swear to God, Jun Akiyama and Hashi have the loudest tag in the world.
Yeah.
Like you hear it very clear as day.
Another move in this match that I really liked is somebody, I don't remember who did it, but somebody did a diving basement drop kick.
Oh, that
They jumped off the top rope to hit a low drop kick. And I've never seen anyone do that before. That was so cool.
So I ended up doing this 3.5. It ends with a crazy lariat followed by a cradle buster for a 2 and a Pele kick.
Yeah, I gave it 4.5. Yeah,
and it's just a disappointing match of the night, I guess.
Yeah,
but the champion kind of stinks. No offense, and Tanahashi's kind of young.
Yes.
We get Takashi Rico.
Well, he's definitely young because he's the IWGP under 30 champion at this point.
And the tag champion.
And he's, with Shinsuke Nakamura.
So Tanahashi gets Rico for the GHC heavyweight title. First of all, go Ace. This is a pretty... the match starts out pretty solid. And it's an okay match. I like some spots here. The moonsault to dropkick from Tanahashi. He's always had like a drop kick, and I like the I like the 3 amigos but German suplexes.
Yep.
I call it 3 Freundes.
Yeah.
Which is friends in German. The crowd wasn't behind it, but I like the finish.
Nothing real special. It just also felt like these guys just didn't click.
Yeah.
Just sometimes wrestlers just don't have chemistry, and it
but
shows.
I like it. I think more companies should have big, huge trophies when you win title match.
Yeah, that was fun.
I give it a 3.
3.25.
Okay.
So we're kind of on the same page there.
Then we get to Old Man Tenryu against not Old Man Ogawa, who just retired last month, like 2 months ago. Old Man Tenryu's being an old man.
Yeah, I like that Ogawa has his name printed on his ass. It makes it easier for me to tell who's who.
You couldn't tell who was
I know who
match?
Tenryu is, so I could tell, but it's just funny that he had Ogawa printed on his ass.
It's just me. This is I. Ogawa sells really well here. And in the promo video, Tenryu threw a table at Ogawa. That ruled.
Yeah.
So when Ogawa grabbed a table, I got really excited.
Yeah.
So is he going to throw a table at that poor old man? Ogawa sold really well. Tenryu wins with a big lariat, and I swear the commentators got surprised when the match ended.
Well, yeah, I was too. I said it was a pretty good match, but the ending just felt kind of abrupt.
Yeah, it felt really sudden. I gave it 2.5.
I gave it 3.5.
Okay.
So I thought it was a solid match. It was just, like I said, the ending kind of felt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
out of nowhere.
I'm being too
out of
harsh
nowhere
on the
and
show.
not like the fun RKO way.
Yeah, you're right. All right. I think that was intermission after that, so you skip ahead a little bit. But then, folks,
my boy,
I have like almost a play-by-play of this match, and I'm gonna go through every single note I have for this because it deserves it to me. Kensuke Sasaki, the Tokyo Sports MVP in 2004. Kobashi, the runner-up.
Sasaki looks like Scott Norton if he was actually Japanese and not just a guy that lived in Japan for a long time.
The thickest motherfuckers on the face of the
Just an awesome mustache, too.
Oh, dude. Sasaki had the look, dude.
You know what my only 2 notes on this match are other than that Scott Norton thing?
Sure.
This has been too many chops. The chops are getting funny now.
Okay, all right, okay. So I'll go through my notes and I have a ton.
Yeah.
So first of all, I have a very funny story of when Kobashi got kidney cancer.
Oh, hilarious! That's so funny.
No. So he had to go to surgery for it, and the doctors told Jun Akiyama and Kobashi that Kobashi's muscles were too thick to cut through. They had to go an alternate way in. His muscles were that thick.
That's awesome.
And Jun Akiyama told the doctor not to tell him because he will train harder to make that muscle they went through as thick as the rest of them.
Yeah.
A little tangent there because that That is an incredible story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sasaki's a huge deal, but I swear to God, Kenta Kobashi feels like a mega star.
He's a god.
Every time he comes in the ring, it is deafening Kobashi chants. It is. His team's amazing. He's my favorite wrestler right now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Nakajima is in his adoptive dad Sasaki's corner. Not really, but wrestling dad.
Mm-hmm.
And Akiyama's and Kenta's. It starts big. A chop off becomes a German, and Sasaki gets right back up and slams a clothesline into him.
Mm-hmm.
A test of strength that goes on for a while, but when it fails, they like get this burst of energy. They pop right back up. I like that.
Yep.
So they were stiff.
Mm-hmm.
This match, really stiff, and then Sasaki gets a big Frankensteiner, and then I think it was Kobashi gets a flying lariat and a jump on the outside.
Yep, it was Kobashi.
And then oh god, it starts. They spend 4 minutes chopping each other.
Yeah, this is where my notes started. It goes, this has been too many chops, and then at a certain point it turns red. I'm like, this is hilarious.
They spend 4 minutes chopping each other, and I thought it ruled because
that's 3 women's matches in 2011.
They spend so long chopping each other. They had to change arms chopping each other because they get so tired.
Yeah, they had to take a timeout. Get back to it.
Their chests were so red.
Yeah, they chopped each other down to the lungs, dude. Like it was crazy.
Kobashi does like the machine gun chops,
mm-hmm.
and when he starts doing, you can see the sweat get bursted off of Sasaki,
mm-hmm.
and a big chop that I am so surprised he did. Then Kobashi goes for a superplex. It hits it, reverses a lariat into a dragon suplex. Kobashi rules. An exploder plants Sasaki on his dome.
Yep.
More chops onto the neck area. Sasaki picks up Kenta from the apron and hits a big reversal on the outside. Tiger suplex for a 2. A big lariat. A 2 from Kobashi. A reversal into a bigger lariat. A stump puller. I forgot what it was for. It just says holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
A sleeper suplex, a big moonsault, and Kenta Kobashi hits the burning lariat, taking his head off.
Oh yeah,
for the win finish. This is the 11th best match of cage match of all time. I think it was a 5.
I thought it was really, really good, but I only gave it a 4. I think for my wrestling taste, it just wasn't exactly what I looked for.
The chop battle.
The chop battle is a little bit. We do have a previous classic review on the KJ era, where I took I took quite a bit away from the Bull Nakano Aja Kong match because there's a point where Aja Kong just does like her finish like 100 times in a row.
It didn't work.
And so like that just kind of thing, like the spamming of one move. It just makes me feel like I'm watching someone who's like bad at a fighting game play a fighting game,
right? And
I just don't enjoy it.
See, to me, this was different than that one to me
mm-hmm.
because it was extended and they were like
they were going back and forth.
There was strategy to it where like mm-hmm. they're getting tired to switch arms and
mm-hmm.
it's not as good as the other Kobashi match we watched against Misawa.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good, but
yeah, that one I gave an easy 5 too. But yeah,
this one not as good. Kawada, so 5 years after Misawa and company leave All Japan for Noah, the two titans of wrestling collide for the final time. Tenryu joins commentary. You can tell by the raspy voice.
Mm-hmm.
Just another huge thing. Misawa, like Kobashi, deafening chance. They surf lockups. They then do a trading chops and elbows. They start it very slowly. Kawada takes an octopus stretch to Misawa. It's pretty bad. Kawada's kicks, which he's really known for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, the sound they make.
Oh yeah,
it's nasty. Then a early time driver is the 1 count, and that leads on to the rest of the match where Kawada is countering time driver at all possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Kawada with a good combo. Another tiger driver on the concrete outside the ring. Brutal. Kawada struggles in the ring, and I like that Misawa pulls him in. They don't want us to end in a count out. It's the way they want it to end. And again, they keep trying to. So they keep trying for a tire driver. Kawada ducks and avoids it. Misawa does that. Is his spot where he dives off the apron. Misses because Kawada moves out the way. They move to the entrance ramp, and this is the spot of the match for me. Kawada power bombs him on the entrance.
I don't remember if this was the one or not, but there's a move that looks so gross that I'm like, my note is, was that supposed to be a pile driver or a power bomb?
Oh, I know.
Is it later on or is it this one? It's later on. Okay.
Later on. At the 10 count, Kawada runs up the ramp and drags Misawa back into the ring. They don't want it to be a count finish. Kawada, they do elbow attacks. They need to budge. Kawada does a cool suplex into arm submission. Then Misawa does double Germans. A huge Gamanguri that attacks Misawa right in the jaw. And he kicks out. Brainbuster, and you best believe he kicks out. And then the move we're talking about, the Kawada driver.
That's what that is. Okay.
It is like a tiger driver, but it's spawned because Kawada broke his arm in a match.
Oh.
And his finisher is the folding power bomb.
Okay.
He couldn't pick up Misawa all the way. And because this is All Japan, the fuck your neck in particular special, he just drops him on his neck.
Okay.
This is the third and final time that move's ever been performed, and if you be surprised, that actually has never finished a match.
That move, the almost killed him.
Yep.
Pile driver that's sort of a power bomb.
All 3 times they've been kicked out of.
Huh.
I feel like just for shits and giggles, what would you give that on the pile driver scale?
See, it's weird because it technically wasn't well done, but also it made me think a guy had died. So I think it would probably land in like the 7 range, like maybe a 7.3.
Okay.
I don't know.
A folding power bomb reverses the Hurricane Rana, and Misawa's pants fell down.
Yes, that was funny.
His ass is like visible from there. Misawa can't hit the implosion. He just drops Misawa. But right after that, he hits it beautifully for a 2 count. I feel like nothing's gonna finish this match at this point. Like I don't know what's gonna do this match.
Yeah.
Misawa hits the Tiger Driver and Kawada kicks out. At this point, I'm like, what's gonna finish this match? A hard elbow drops out for a 1 count, and then they start trading hits and elbows. And Misawa takes control. Elbow, and then a big elbow that hits him right in the jaw. 1, 2, 3. Misawa ends the rivalry for a win.
Yes.
What did you give this?
4 3/4.
I gave it 4 3/4 too.
Yeah, there were just a couple things that looked a little iffy, and other than that, I think it was almost perfect. I think it was just a really, really good match. My only I sort of didn't like the finish because I felt like there were like 4 other points before the finish that would have been better finishes.
Right.
So that was my only thing with the finish, and that's kind of what drops it to 4 3/4.
But
fair. Still a great match.
Okay. So let's get into our categories. We have the first one, heat check. No, we don't. It is best moment of the night. I gave this to Kobashi's entrance over anything in the ring because it'd be really hard to pick anything in the ring. If I had to, I'd pick for the most surprising moment of the night for me would be in that ring stuff.
Best moment for me,
but just Kobashi sound like a god amongst men.
This is a rough one because there's a couple spots I really liked. I'm gonna go with the Kawada bomb.
That's fair.
That or the crazy
quad driver.
The Kawada driver. Sorry, yeah.
That's fair.
That was something.
That's fair. MVP tonight. I want to say, for me, it's Kobashi.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kobashi as well. I think Kobashi. I don't think he had the best match, but I think he had the best performance.
Right. Okay. And then heat check. This is the best performance in a short amount of time. So for Japanese shows,
the piano guy that introduced Black Mask. Was he introduced Black Mask? Right? No, or he introduces Michigan Terry.
So for Japanese shows,
it's kind of hard.
It's hard because their matches are long.
There's not like short little backstage promo segments or stuff like that either.
So I I went with a tag team match because he not separates it.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it to Nakajima.
Yeah, I'm going with the piano guy.
So that's fair. You love that piano guy, man.
Yeah.
Big Mushi King Terry fan over here.
Yep.
And then Apex Mountain.
This is another one where I have no idea. So you could tell me this is anybody's Apex, and I can't argue. Other than like maybe Kenta, I guess.
All right. So to me, this is the peak of Noah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the peak for the Rikio.
So is this the Apex Mountain for Pro Wrestling Noah?
Yes.
Okay.
And if Rikio, yeah, he kind of sucked. For any of the men involved, no. I think Kawada, Misawa, better match. Kobashi's a better match. Sasaki is a better match. For overall ring work, is this era in Noah, to me, it might be the best of all time.
Just best ring work any company ever all time?
Pure in ring work, the 90s All Japan, 2000s Noah. It was like
okay.
Specifically only in the ring. Nothing outside of it.
I don't know. I haven't watched enough of this to say yes or no
That's
to that.
fair.
But that is a bold take.
I think it's Kenta Kobashi's number 5 on the top 100. He has 24 5-star matches.
Mm-hmm.
Misawa has 23. Kawada has 22.
Mm-hmm.
So surprise of the show. It's the most surprising performance or event or spot. Kawada driver.
Yeah, that was surprising. Honestly, I want to give it to the Mushi King Terry Black Mask match because I was just surprised that there was something that I was able to understand so clearly without knowing Japanese or really any of that. Just because a lot of these shows are so in their universe, usually it's still kind of hard to tell what's going on. Yeah. But that I completely understood 100% of the way through. So that was surprising for me personally. Recasting.
So Masada Kawada was the biggest match. It was 2 long rivals to final confrontation.
Mm-hmm. So in current times,
Omega Okada,
Cena Orton.
Oh well, yeah, but it also could be Omega Okada because the leaving thing. We don't those guys too often.
We found out recently that Hiroshi Tanahashi is retiring. So if Tanahashi's Misawa, who's his Kawada? Nakamura?
Yeah.
Or is Nakamura his Kobashi? Because somebody has to be his Kobashi. Who's his Kawada?
You know what? Because Shinsuke teamed with...
Shinsuke would be his Kobashi because they teamed as well.
Okada?
I think this would be... Do we want to settle Tanahashi too many Japanese names. Tanahashi, Okada as the match here.
Yeah.
So if this was happening at like Wrestle Dynasty or Wrestle Kingdom this year...
This should be Okada.
Yeah.
Tanahashi,
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then we get to our next
best double feature.
Best double feature. Well, this is more of a me one than you is for sure.
Definitely.
Misawa Kawada, June 3rd, 94.
I could also definitely recommend.
Oh, the Misawa Kobashi.
Yeah, the Misawa Kobashi 03 match that we watched.
That's that for sure too.
Yeah.
So Misawa Kawada 94 is. It's got a very debated cage match, Meltzer rating.
Okay, show me the not debated Meltzer ratings.
No, because it's either 6 or 5. He said it's a 5 at first, then he broke the scale. He said it was a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2022 said it's a 5. So
it's debated within his own mind.
Yeah, make up your freaking mind, Meltzer. By the way, I would go with 6. So the Criterion Collection. This is going to be a heavy debated one for me.
We didn't give anything. Well, I guess you
didn't give anything 5 stars, but
you did.
Overall acclaim of this match from like the people who watched this event.
The Kobashi match specifically.
Kobashi the Sasaki is 11th all time.
Mm-hmm.
The event is 5th all time.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, because here's the thing. This is where we get down to what is the Criterion Collection.
Right.
Is this us acknowledging what is universally agreed upon as the best stuff in wrestling? Or is this us curating for ourselves and our tastes a collection of wrestling
moments
and matches? Because
this is the tough one.
Because the Criterion Collection is a movie thing.
It's
and
it's a curated list of the
I
best movies of all time.
believe there's 40 people who vote to decide what gets in.
And there's only 2 of us right now.
There's only 2 of us and occasionally a third. So that's where it becomes hard, because judging art, do we go by the masses or do we go by what we personally think for the Criterion Collection? I guess that's. What do you think?
The thing is that because it's so up there, to me, it's 5th all time, it's 11th all time. That's not like it's 27th all time.
Yeah,
we giving it 5 stars. I don't know.
Well, okay. Before we decide on the Criterion Collection, and before we do the hot dog and classic hot dog classic handshake, what would you give this out of 10? As a whole show, I gave it 7.25, 7.25.
There were some low points.
Yep.
But I almost gave the show 3 5-star matches.
Mm-hmm.
9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Maybe like a 10 if that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that makes it our second highest rated show since we've restarted the podcast.
What's the highest?
NXT TakeOver New York.
That's fair.
Which is just like 5 awesome matches. So
yeah.
So I think it's the whole show. No.
Right. Okay.
So we're just deciding, does Kobashi versus Sasaki go in the Criterion Collection? I personally didn't give it 5 stars, so I think my vote has to be against it.
I would say that we already have a Kobashi match in there.
We do already have a Kobashi match in there. He is recognized within the Criterion Collection.
So I'm going to say that this is like the Criterion Collection monthly pick on the streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
This is an in. It's the monthly pick.
Yeah, this is almost. Yeah, this isn't in. They aren't making the Hall of Fame, but they got a good amount of votes. You know what I mean? Something like that kind of deal.
This is they got 74% in the 10th year. So
yeah, so I think that's fair. I don't think we put it in, but it is so far our hardest omission.
Yeah,
I'll easily give it that. So far our hardest omission. We already did our out of 10, so I guess what'd you pick the show for? Because that's going to determine, I think, my classic hot dog.
Misawa Kawada.
Misawa Kawada. Okay, so that would have been mine. Instead, I'm going to go with the tag title match, Suzuki and Marifuji versus Akiyama.
I'm going to have to give it to Kobashi Sasaki.
Okay. Yeah, that
chop battle tickled my fancy, man.
It was kind of funny. All right, so I think that's all the categories.
That's all the categories. So I might be doing it here for our Noah Destiny show. Stay tuned for next week. We will be having WCW Halloween Havoc 89.
Yeah, NWA, WCW.
A very fun, very different show.
Yes, very different from this. Much shorter.
Still fun. So after that, enjoy some more Noah. You can find All Japan, enjoy All Japan. And as always, just enjoy wrestling.